Good evening, agents. This LP of No One Lives Forever will self-destruct in 16 minutes. We're finally on the final leg of Safecracker, and this time around we'll finally crack the safe.
You seen Stinks lately?
Who?
Phillips, you seen him?
Not in the past 20 minutes or so.
Damn, where the hell is he?
What do you call him?
Stinks. You never heard that?
No, that's hilarious.
Yeah, everybody calls him that.
He does stink. Anybody who smokes that many cigarettes a day definitely needs to bathe more than once a week.
I hate to see the bathwater when he gets out. Probably looks like an oil slick.
Stinks. That's just so perfect.
This next room is a little bit difficult to get through if you want to be sneaky about it. See, there's a camera mounted up pretty high on the left side, and it has a pretty commanding view of this room, and you might think, oh, well, this guy, when he stops in that doorway, that's totally out of range, right? You'd be wrong. You have to wait for him to walk a little bit further in before you can kill this guy. Now, once he's down, there's still a guy walking up on that balcony, but first you want to pop into the men's room and take out this guy. And then you can head upstairs and take a look at the other guy. But you still have to be careful with the camera, because, well, sometimes even when you're on the upper level, the camera can still see you. It's, finicky. I mean, it makes sense, but it makes sense in the worst way. Like, you don't want to admit it making sense, but it makes sense. The camera's field of view does catch you while you're upstairs. See, right there, you wouldn't think that normally you'd be able to get caught by it, but as far as game mechanics go, yeah, it makes sense. Now, what I was worried about there is that it was going to catch view of the guard that I'd killed up here on the balcony, because that would have just been a real feather in my cap. But it didn't, so no worries. Feather in my cap is the wrong word there, but you know where I'm going with this. Now, the actual room we need to go into to turn off all the cameras is right here to the left. But, well, it's locked from this side. I mean, maybe if somebody opened it up for me, that'd be a different story, but, no such luck at the moment. So instead we'll just be playing a little bit of a sneaky sneak as we're going from spot to spot. I have run into an issue before where a guard has walked into this hallway while I was dodging between cameras, but I haven't been able to replicate that, I guess you'd say.
Mischief Incorporated went out of business. You're kidding. Wish I were. I really miss those guys. They sure were innovative. Generated some of the best headlines I've ever read. You got that right. I'll never forget that whole penguin suit debacle. That was a work of art. What did Troy have to say? That callous bastard. I was talking to Simon and we were agreeing what a sad day it was when in struts Troy. As you might expect, he immediately starts sermonizing. It's not sad, says he. It's a natural progression of events. He goes on about how niche-oriented they were, and all that stuff about how you gotta pull off big capers if you want to make it in this business. Typical. What did you say? I says, Troy, just 'cause death is a biological necessity doesn't make it hurt any less when our loved ones pass on, does it? If me and Simon want to grieve the loss of a great organization, you could at least show a little respect, eh? I'm sure that line of reasoning went right over his head. Well, it might have, but by that time Simon had him on the ground and was beating the crap out of him. You're kidding? No, he knocked out one of the bastard's teeth. Serves him right. I'll say.
Jeez, Troy sounds like a real prick. I'm glad somebody beat the crap out of him. So this next area is the other spot where your stealthy ambitions can all come to a screeching halt. There's probably 3 guards. I'll guess 3. They're on the bottom level, who may patrol across that body, but there's also a bunch of guards up here on the upper level too, and some of them may catch a glimpse of the body and come running. Now, you can still take them out with the crossbow once they're running, but they're already at a heightened state of alert, so you have much less time to respond to them and shoot them before they can shoot you. After all, you have the silent gun, but they don't, and they're not that interested in being silent. Case in point.
I don't want to be here all day. Would you come out? We've almost caught you anyways.
Almost, but not quite.
Look, I know you're there. Do us all a favour and come out, won't you?
Oh, careful, you might get your wish.
Could someone dispose of this corpse?
Got it, coach. And so, crisis averted. Well, one of a few. There's still a few more guards to take out before we get too far along. Sometimes the musical stings will help you out in figuring out what events are going on. For instance, a lot of times you'll hear a little musical sting for whenever a guard dies. It's identifiable when it happens, but I can't describe it. The music will also change depending on what current events are going on. Like, it'll turn into a more upbeat sort of music when guards are actively looking for you or know you're there. But most of the time you'll be sitting here with this less, I don't know, more ambient music, I guess I'd call it. I want to say the reason that a lot of these doors are locked is because they actually contain more guards, and the guards only come pouring out if they're alerted for one reason or other. Which, I'm not alerting anybody, so not many alerts are going around. Or not many guards that would be woken up in the event of an alert, or waking up, I should say. Which is okay. I mean, hey, it makes me feel like a real stealthy guy. Makes me think I'm good at this game. You know, setting me up for a fall. Oddly enough, this door is locked, but it has a window leading inside it, which, it makes me think there's something inside there, but I don't know how to get into it. There probably is something inside there, you know, just to throw me off. Might be one of those things where you have to activate a guard and have him walk a particular path before he can go somewhere. Might be one of those doors that only opens up after the alarm's set off. Speaking of, this door up here on the left is the door that leads into the security room, which of course is packed with guards.
Oh dear.
We've also picked up a good chunk of cyanide Pt30 rounds, and I'm going to go ahead and shut off the security cameras, just to make myself feel better. And this door still won't open. I guess only the guards have the key for it. In case you forget your code breaker at home or in the last level, there's another one sitting on the counter there. Yeah, see this room right here, I can't see anything from the outside, but that doesn't mean there's nothing in there. Rude. Luckily nobody else heard his frantic shooting, so we're still in stealth, somehow. It's definitely a good thing that most people can't seem to hear these really loud death screams. Otherwise, this whole stealth thing might be a lot harder. Your crossbow bolts do have a little bit of a travel time, so be sure to adjust for that if you're making any long-range shots. I mentioned before that I think the crossbow is actually a more silent weapon than the pistol, and that's because I've actually shot somebody from close range with the pistol and it sets off the guy next to him, but I shot somebody from close range with the crossbow, as you see in the last couple videos, and they still go to investigate the body like, no, nothing happened. Where'd this arrow from your head suddenly come from? I don't know. It's an interesting contrast, especially because the spear gun, which, you know, in theory would also be a silent weapon, doesn't seem to have the same benefit to it. Napping on the job. Looks like somebody's had a little bit too much to drink. It's alright, man. You can continue drinking. I'm gonna leave you alone. In hell! And I believe that's most of, if not all of the guards on the level taken care of. We only have a little bit more to go through, and, you know, we still have to, find the office, which we just have. So now we just have to find the hidden safe. Which, hey, it is the Baron we're talking about. It can't be hidden too well. Bunch of nice pictures. My OCD is bugging me, though. I'm gonna fix this picture. Oh. Never mind. And so we find ourselves on the way inside the Dumas facility safe. Now, if you may remember, we were warned about the infrared beams that pop up inside the safe, and if we go ahead and put on our sunglasses and swap to the infrared feature, we can see there are in fact infrared beams. If you trip the beams, the doors lock, poison seeps into the room, and, well, you're gonna die. So it does require a little bit of fancy footwork. The first two rooms are pretty easy to get through. The third room is a bit more complicated, because now you not only have these vertical lines, you also have horizontal ones going back and forth at head level and at foot level. This last room, there's a lot to this last room, and it's pretty tough to get through. So, I'm going to go around. And so that's just about it for this video. There's a little bit to photograph inside this room and one more piece of intel to pick up. But please join me next time.
Let's get out of here. What's wrong? Volkov.
Once again, I find myself aiming a pistol at someone you care about. Drop your gun.
How do I know you won't shoot him?
You don't. But you can be sure that I will shoot him. Unless you do as I say.
Don't listen to him, Archer.
I realize you are American, and therefore feel entitled to speak your mind whenever you please. But you are also at gunpoint, and very likely to be shot if you don't shut up!
Go to hell.
What did you say?
Nothing.
I heard you. Tell me what you said.
I thought you wanted me to shut up. Now you want me to talk? Make up your damn mind.
You are testing my patience. Miss Archer, I suggest you drop your weapon before your obnoxious American friend forces me to silence him, once and for all.
Don't do it. Get out of here now.
Give
Tom.
yourself up!
Go! Go!
After her! I hope you are pleased.